Hello and welcome to our episode, which is our final episode for the year. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. And my name is George, and would love to have you again next year in our conversations. But thank you very much for joining us today. And today, what are we talking about? The title today is Keep Imagining What's Possible. Keep imagining what's possible. You know, the law of polarity states that everything has opposites. In fact, in some quarters, it's referred to as the law of opposite. It talks about the duality of everything in life. And that is, you can't have an up without a down. Rich, poor, love, hate, light, darkness. It's all opposites. And in fact, it is one continuum from one end to the other. And in between are shades, right, of the same thing. So you wouldn't know how happiness feels if you haven't experienced sadness. And so 2020 has been a very negative year. It has affected everybody in different measures, but very negatively. And the polar opposite of negative 2020, in my view, is abundance, is prosperity, is success, is health. That is the polar opposite. And so the law of polarity states that you won't stay in the one space. You can move along the continuum to the other side. And I'm saying in this message to you, keep imagining the other side. What's possible? Keep imagining what's possible. And you surely get there and be there. So take advantage of this law, because whether you know it or not, the law does exist. And you can take advantage of it and create a 2021 that's absolutely amazing. So how can you do that? You're going to be asking, how am I going to do this? Well, the first thing is to accept, obviously, that 2020 is what it is. For most people, it's been a write-off year. A lot of people have experienced negatives. I don't think anybody can put up their hand and say, I wasn't in some way touched by the negativity. So that's one, accept it. And then I think more important for me is, what are the lessons that we have learned from 2021? There will be many lessons, and many lessons for different people. I'm going to just pick up a few that certainly I picked up from 2020. And the first one for me is how fragile we are, actually. You know, with all these advances in science and everything, but we're fragile. We've lost many, many people despite our advances in everything. So we are fragile. And what does that mean? It means we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable, and it also means, emphasizes for me, the second point, the importance of connectedness. Connections with those you love, connectivity with the world around you. How at some stage it was so important just to pick up the phone and talk to somebody because that's our nature. And then the third one for me is how, as human beings, we can stand up to a challenge and come together for a common purpose. I look at the health workers and what the sacrifices that they made for everybody. They deserve medals right across the globe for what they did. Some have lost their lives. But it's a lesson that we have learned that yes, there is adversity, but if we plug together, we can actually overcome. Yes, we haven't finally gotten over it, but you can see the shoots of success coming through. The vaccines have come through, and they've been created in a record time. And so that speaks to how, as humanity, we can rise to challenges that come up against us. There will be many lessons. But so first you accept that it is what it is. But learn. What have you learned? What do you need to do for yourself from this? Okay. And then the law of polarity, actually you can transform that negative into a positive by adopting positive thoughts. That's not to say that negativity isn't there anymore. It is there. But now you consciously and deliberately forming great thoughts and looking ahead, imagining what's possible. And I know all of you have done your goals or are finalizing your goals. And so create clarity around the future you want. Be very clear, where do I want to go? It is those thoughts that you must now begin to dwell on. Dwell on those, moving yourself from the negative state into the positive state. Let those thoughts, with time, become your dominant thoughts. You remember what we said about dominant thoughts, that your dominant thoughts will create the environment that you live in. As a man thinketh, so is he. So your dominant thoughts around those goals that you have created, and you focus on that, you then create that world that you desire. But you still know that the law is in existence, but hey, you can do something about it, because the one thing that mankind was given is the ability to think. That your thoughts can actually change your circumstances, and you have that power within you. So take advantage of it and create a better 2021 going forward. You see, you are an amazing creation. I've always said that. So whilst 2020 may have made you weary, may have exhausted you, may have tested your resilience, it hasn't broken you, because you're an amazing creation. You're smart, you're creative, you're resilient. And each one of you is created as a unique miracle, And therefore, take heart in that and use that to propel yourself into a better future. Because you know you can do it. If you see the guy next door doing it, know that you can do it, because you have what he has. And therefore, yes, 2020 has been negative, but guess what? 2021 is a bounce back year. You're going to bounce back and be that which you have always wanted. Is it easy? No. Does it require some work? Yes. But guess what? You have the capacity to work. You have the capacity to create that future. So go ahead and do it and make 2021 the best year ever. Right? I thought I would close with that and say to you folks, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your break. Recharge for 2021. And if you're still finalizing those goals, do it right now before we get into 2021 and you're off and running. All right. take good care now, and remember, we'll be back in 2021 with a kind of different schedule, but we'll still share content. We'll be able to hear your comments and take it out from there. All right, be good, take good care of yourself, and live with intention. Hey, folks, live with intention. Bye-bye now.